Okay, there we go. Hello, everyone. Alright, trying to make sure all our electronics are working. Whew. Alright, so I hope everyone is well. Sorry I missed you last week. Just gonna blame it on Mercury in retrograde. um, so, so yes, talking about Mercury in retrograde. Mercury did go in yesterday officially. I feel like we've been talking about Mercury in retrograde for weeks, um, and it'll be in until the 29th, so just in time for Thanksgiving, and then we'll be in that shadow pretty much until the end of the year. So we were talking, Trinity, this weekend about how just seems like we are being asked to shake things up and be releasing things and all of that before the end of the year is up. So if there's anything that you don't want to take into the new year, let's go ahead and get rid of that, right? So yeah, we just had a full moon. There's a bunch of comets going through. Oh my goodness, the Schumans, if you didn't see that this morning, wow, we had finally like gotten to where we're a little, like all blue and green and just kind of feeling good and not all of that white and uproar stuff. And then last night it started off with a huge white band and then hit black. And what happens when with the white band and going black for pretty much the whole night means that the machine was overloaded and there was so much information coming in that it just overloaded it, so it went offline. So I don't know about you. I was laying in bed last night. I was like, "Whoa," because I could just feel that it's almost like a restless leg feeling, that tingling in the legs. It took me a long time to fall asleep because of that. And then this morning, of course, if you're in Northwest Indiana or the Chicagoland area, we got dumped with a lot of snow, our first snow for the year. So that can get everything, and the energy's all kind of funky too, right? I want to say there was something else that happened that's got things. I don't know. Good morning, Diane, and happy birthday. Um, so I think there was something else that's been going on that's got things all really shaking up, and so, as I always say, please be kind and gentle with yourself. We have a lot of energy shifting and moving, and yeah, yesterday I just had some things going on, that was just like, oh, here's something else that I'm still holding on to that happened like 20 years ago that I don't need to hold on to anymore. Like, why am I holding on to that? So I am definitely going through and just deleting things that I don't need anymore because I need to clear some space in my memory and just those who you know. Um, but um, so with all that being said, we are in the month of gratitude, so I want to include that a little bit today. Gratitude is just this huge, feel good, high vibrational energy. And if you want to change any energy, you do it through gratitude. You want to up your vibration, it's through gratitude. Okay. But I also want to talk about sitting in stillness. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I promise it'll make all sense when it comes all together. And sitting in stillness, because that has been a huge. I know. I'm sorry if you can hear the doorbell. It's just funny because for me, with being auditory, those are just one of those things that's like, okay, you're on the right, you're on the right track. Oh, yep, that's a good thing. So as I'm talking about stillness and getting into the stillness, and it's been coming up a lot, and not just for me, but for other people as well. Um, and so, stillness has a lot of benefits, especially spiritual benefits. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that, and then we'll go into a short exercise. And we'll keep it short for today because I want you to keep working on it, keep trying it. And sitting in stillness, especially when we have so much going on, is a huge benefit, but it's also something that we got to work on. And it may not come super easy, and if it does, fantastic. If it doesn't, just be kind and gentle with yourself, please. All right, so some of the benefits of sitting in stillness is that when we can get our minds quiet, that's when our connections to the divine, to source, to whatever and whoever you want to call that. But that's how we get clear. It helps us to connect even more to our intuitions and our third eye and our crown. Because we may be getting messages, but we have so much busyness going on around us that we miss them. I don't know about you, my guides are very quiet. And so they talk about how our guides are quiet and they have those gentle nudges and they have those kinds of things because they want us to listen. And if we have noise going on, then it's hard to hear those whispers. And noise can be actual noise. I don't know about you, sitting in quiet kind of hurts my ears because they're constantly ringing. So we may have reels on or music or the TV or those kinds of things that kind of drown out everything, but it also drowns out those voices, those little intuition hits. It could be, they talk about how all of the hold on, my brain will catch up. All of the EMFs and all of those and all the Wi-Fi and just all of the electric noise that we have that goes on around us can interfere with those. Or just being busy all the time. Whether it's keeping active and working out or cooking or cleaning or all of those things that keep us busy. But if we're in that and we don't just get quiet and still, it may be harder to hear. Again, those intuition hits. And two, if we only hear the loud things, is that really our guides? Because believe me, I have asked my guides to speak up, and what I usually get is to get still and get quiet and listen. So, all right. And so sitting in stillness can also increase self-awareness and clarity. It gives us time to work on reflection and reconnecting with us and our values, our intuition, and hearing that inner voice more clearly. And sometimes, especially right now when we're bombarded with all of this information, what's ours and what's other people's? What is it that we truly believe, or are we just believing in what somebody else is telling us? So getting quiet can really help us to go within and decide what's important, what's not important. We've been talking a lot here at Trinity too about the storyteller or the narrators or the commentaries. It's kind of all the same, where we have the storyteller. I like storyteller, but all three of those work very well for this voice. And we've talked, I think, a little bit about it here too, when we talk about the chatter of the brain and how that's not helpful, Becky, or whatever you decide to call that name. But that is that voice that wants to storytell or commentate about everything that's going on. I notice that sometimes when something happens and I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure I tell I gotta tell Eric, I gotta tell whoever's at Trinity that this happened. And my commentary, my storyteller will start repeating or practicing the story. And I'm halfway through, I'm like, I don't need to tell that story. Nobody needs to know that story. That's not important. Or when we have something that we're working through, or if we've had trauma and we keep retelling that story, or something happened with our parents, our best friend, our spouses, our kids, whatever. And every time we replay that story, we retell it in a little bit different way. And so by getting still and quiet, this is just another way of observing and witnessing that chatter. Or I used to call it monkey chatter. I like the storyteller now. I've come more into that. And what is it telling you? And is it yours again? Or is it somebody else's? Is it something that really matters? I think I told this story, and if I did, I'm sorry, just stick with me. But I told the story of a couple of weeks ago about how I was sitting at the light and I'm going straight through the light. I'm not turning or anything else, and my brain starts beating me up about something I had done years ago. And it was just an accident, and nobody was hurt, nothing happened, but it just wants to go, do you remember when? And I'm like, not helpful. So we're going to delete that as well. Okay. And getting in silence also helps us have more self-awareness, like I was just talking about, but it helps to also quiet that internal noise of daily life. And this can help us connect more to that authentic sense of self. And it can also help with our healing and our transformation. It can be a pathway to transformation by allowing the process of unconscious negative thoughts and emotions. So kind of like I was just talking about with that storyteller. Or if you're sitting in silence or in stillness, what kind of emotions are coming up? Are they happy, joyful ones? Or are they anger, or rage, or sadness, or depression? And we often sit with noise because those are the things that are coming up, and we don't want to deal with them. We don't want to look at them. We don't want to listen to that story. And sometimes we just need to sit with the story and go, okay, I see you. Thank you. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for the knowledge. I release you now. Releasing the pain, releasing the trauma. Because that's the stuff we don't really need to hold on to. Let's hold on to whatever it was teaching us. But let's let go of the rest of it and finally heal that. Okay. Stillness can foster a sense of inner peace and calm by reducing reactivity and allowing your mind and body to rebalance. So just bringing it together. And that reactivity, we're taught so much to react to things, right? Instead of sit back, chew on it, and then respond. Or often, even now, you may be listening to what I'm telling you and want to react. Instead of just taking it in, take what you need, leave the rest behind. If it works for you, fantastic. If it doesn't, that's okay. Okay? And sitting in that stillness can create an energetic environment for supporting consciousness and can help lead to greater wisdom and new ways of perceiving the world around us. Okay? And so, again, when we're not reactive to things, when we can calm those stories, we can heal those old wounds. We don't react to things as much as we used to. Or even we can be, we can be more aware of them. Okay, so like today, it's snowing out, the roads are a mess because for whatever reason, they didn't clear a lot of them, or they just cleared one lane and it's just messy out there. And so people are being very reactive. And I caught myself a couple of times going, what are you doing? Don't need to get upset about that. Everything's fine. They turn, they're away from me. We're all good. So those are the things. And whether it's in traffic, that's always been one of my big triggers. Or we're talking to our kiddos or our spouses or whomever, co-workers and whatnot. And we can feel that reactivity bubbling up because we're getting triggered. And when we can be aware of that, that's when we can go, okay, does this need to be said? Is it true? Is it helpful? No? Okay. All right, I can do this. All right. What else? So, when I first started hearing about stillness and this little activity that we're going to do came from, let's see, I think it came from one of the books, Mastery of Self, I think, and I'm not sure if it's by Don Luis Ruiz or Jr. I think it was Jr., but I'm not 100% sure. But he started talking about sitting in stillness. And sitting in stillness is not about you don't move, you don't itch your nose, you don't pick up your phone, you just sit. And as the thoughts come up, you allow them to come in and go. Okay? So it becomes this spiritual discipline. Because we've let our bodies and our minds take so much, right? They're the ones who, we've just kind of let them do whatever they need to because that's what we've been told, right? We've been told that all of this skunk in our head that's going on is important. But what if it's not? And this also helps us to strengthen our spiritual practices, whether it's prayer or meditation or having intuitive thoughts or journeying, which is a shamanic practice. And so actually a couple of weeks ago when I did this journeying, that's what I was told, is that it's time to get still. And then other people talked about getting still or hearing that, and it really is very beneficial. All right. Yeah. And it just becomes a way of being when we can come into those quiet moments and just allow for rest, reflection, and renewal. And these don't have to be, what's his name? Kyle Cease talks about meditating for 2 hours every day, and that would be lovely. I don't know about you, I don't always have the time to do that. But if you do, fantastic. And I know that starting in January, I think we're going to, throughout the year, we'll have a little more stillness workshops so that you can come in. And it's hard sometimes to be still at home because we have the kids, we have dinner, we have husbands and wives, and all of those things, that those to-do lists, right? So if you're trying to sit for 2 hours or even 10 minutes, what's the to-do list going on? I need to do this. Oh my gosh, why am I doing this? I could be doing that. And so those are the things we're trying to calm and bring into stillness. Okay. So, let's do a little exercise here. I'll keep an eye on the clock. I promise not to go over our 30 minutes. So we have about a little less than 9 minutes to go here. Okay. But let's start by turning off our fight or flight. Okay, we've talked a little bit about these. And again, that doorbell going off as we're getting ready to start these. I love it. Okay, so we'll do a couple of rounds of square breathing. That 4, 4, 4, 4 breathing. Breathing in 4, holding for 4, exhaling 4, holding empty for 4. And then we'll come in, then we'll change that to breathing for 4. We'll hold it for just a couple of moments and then breathe out 8. And it's important to have that shorter inhale and longer, deeper exhale. That's what helps turn off our fight or flight. Once we're done with that, we'll breathe in some gratitude, and I'll walk you through all of this. And then depending on the time, we'll sit. And we'll sit in stillness. And again, not moving, not adjusting, and watching the thoughts, just witnessing them, and just what's helpful and what's not. Are these things that you need, or are they not? Okay? Alright, so get comfy. Alright. Yes, and then if we have time, we will breathe in any of those not helpful things. Okay, and we'll breathe them into the stick and put those in the fire. Okay, so taking a couple of nice deep breaths. If you find that you're not comfortable, adjust now. Because we don't want to make it hard on ourselves, especially if this is one of your first times sitting in stillness. Good. All right. Breathe in and out. And breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Oh, see, I did it wrong. I'm sorry. Come back in. Sorry, breathe in and out. See, and this is what happens when your brain is busy, because I was on to the next thing. So let's try again. I do apologize. All right, ready? Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale gratitude. Exhale, let go of everything else. And so we have about 2.5 minutes to sit in stillness. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to gratitude. It's only 2.5 minutes. You can do this. All right. Breathe in gratitude. Exhale everything else. So that's about 2 minutes. So how was that for you? Did the body want to move? The mind want to chatter? So suggestions throughout your day. Set a timer for 5 minutes Or if the 2 minutes was difficult, then just set it for 2 minutes and allow yourself to sit and resist the urge to move or to think or to do whatever. And if you can, work up to 20 minutes or longer. But keep doing and keep bringing yourself into that gratitude and into the heart space. All right, my loves. Oh, yes, sorry, you're right. So, real quick, if you can stick with us, go ahead and blow anything that came up. If there were any of those stories or that chatter, go ahead and blow it into the stick. Good. And again. Good. And if you need to blow it in there a third time, by all means, I'm going to go ahead and start in the fire. Just allow that to transform, to transmute, just to let it all go. And if thoughts do keep coming up, if there's a reoccurring theme, then there might be something more that needs to be done, or that's where that hurt is coming in. So, if you ever need help, just let me know. We have some great practitioners here. Alrighty, so I'm just going to let that continue to burn, and I'm going to thank you for your time, for sticking with us, and I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much. All right, have a great rest of your week.